Hello friends, Reverend Aaron Stockwell here with the weekly update for February 25th? Yeah, 25th. Hope you're doing as best as you can in these very strange times. This is the time of the year where it's mud season here in New England, in case you haven't noticed. I certainly have going out walking with Lizzie as well as with my dog Knox. Mud season, I have, I won't say fond memories of mud season growing up, but memories of mud season growing up. My parents' driveway was half paved, half dirt. And when it would get around to February and March, when all of the snow was melting, the driveway would turn to mud. I have memories of many cars getting stuck in their driveway. I have memories, fonder memories, of trying to control the drainage of the puddles that would form in that driveway. Now, mud season is, of course, one of those elusive fifth seasons that every region of our country seems to have a different fifth season. Blanking on what other fifth seasons I have observed while I lived in Texas and Kansas. But mud season is that liminal time in between winter and spring, where you're not quite in winter and you're not quite in spring. You're kind of in between. Liminal seasons and liminal times in our life was a concept that was researched by two anthropologists, Arnold van Gennep and Victor Turner. A lot of their research centered on boys in tribal societies as they became men. And in their research, they realized that there were some common events that happened. All of the social hierarchies were reversed or even temporarily dissolved. There was confusion and disorientation. People didn't know where they fit in the grand scheme of things. And continuity of tradition was completely uncertain. And finally, future outcomes that were once taken for granted were now thrown into doubt. I feel like this time from about March 13th until some point in what I hope is the near future feels like a mud season where we get stuck. It feels like a liminal time in our country. We haven't seen each other, old ways of being close, going to restaurants, coffee houses, libraries, concerts, all of that has been completely upended. And we are in a liminal time. And that confusion, that disorientation, that discomfort that you're feeling, that you might be feeling, is totally normal. We've had to completely reorient our life and our way of being. Whenever I'm feeling anxious, one of the ways that calms me down is for someone to say, the feeling that you are feeling is normal. So we're still in this liminal time. As more and more of us get vaccines, as the kiddos in our lives are able to return to school, maybe we'll start to come out of that liminal time. Where we are betwixt and between, as Arnold van Gennep wrote, betwixt and between the before times and the after times. That liminal time can be sacred. That is what some of the research out there shows. This Sunday, we will continue our look into meaning making with a sermon and a service that I'm calling The Poetics of the World. How do we make sense of the world? How do we make sense of our experiences? We're moving past the paying attention that we talked about last week and going a little bit deeper. How do we make sense of our own experiences? So that first sermon last week was kind of the 101 version of paying attention. This is like the 201 version. We're going to go a little bit deeper, and I hope that you will join us for that service. Rebecca will be taking another look at that really cool science experiment that she did. And what else? This coming week, there'll be 2 offerings of the Reading Poetry as a Spiritual Practice class. I hope that you will sign up for that. I think we've got 2 or 3 slots for both of those sessions. That's Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. That's all I got. I hope that you are doing as best as you can. And if you aren't, I hope things start to get better for you. Feel free to reach out to me if you need anything or if you just want to chat. Be well, friends.